everyone! Target now has acrylic paint markers. So today on SoCraftastic, I'm going to be comparing Mondo Llama to Posca. Unless I am mistaken, Target only has these 16 different colors and they are only bullet tip. For only having 16 colors though, there is a really nice variety and there are also a couple metallics. So I am excited to try these. I'm very curious because I have tested these Sharpie paint pens, which I do have more of those, by the way. Here's a little sneak peek. I have the entire collection. They expanded. So I am really excited to try the Sharpie ones again and make some more cool stuff. But today I wanted to put these two up head to head in a test, and I'm going to create some artwork, but I'm also going to show you a demo comparing these on paper, wood, glass, metal, and maybe that's it. You'll get to see my first impressions and hear all of my honest opinions on how these work and if they are worth your money. So should you stick to Posca or switch over to Target? I don't know. First things first. Okay. Oh. I just ripped the box. Oh my gosh. Hopefully it's not noticeable for the close-ups. Let's do the blue. Oh, they named them. They get an extra point just for having names because Posca does not name their colors. Oops, I stand corrected. This Posca does have a name. Ready? All right. These do need to be activated, by the way. I'm not a fan of activating markers, really. I used to be. It used to be a really fun thing. And then once you have to do it over and over for every single color, it kind of loses its appeal and excitement. At least I think so anyway. But let's go ahead and oh, maybe I should get a close-up of the tip real quick before I destroy it. Let's see how quickly it activates. Oh, the desk is shaking. This is not too sturdy, huh? Muse, are you about to eat crunchy food? There it goes. That's actually really smooth. Let's get this a little bit closer. And now, maybe this Posca, it's not the exact same color. Oh, it's not activated yet. I have to have one that's already, this one? Oh, this one might work. The tip's a little bit smaller, but we're gonna go with it for now. Have one that's a little bit lighter. Ooh, this one. This one's fatter though. Oh, that one's not activated either. Here, this is the same color, but it's still a smaller tip. No! That one is dying. P.S. I was just filming a rainbow loom video that will be coming soon. That's why I have so many rubber band craft kits next to me. So stay tuned for those. At some point, using the Target app and my red card discount, the set of 16 cost me a grand total of $23.28. That puts each individual marker at about $1.45. As for Posca, I always buy them from Amazon. However, there are so many different sets and bundles on there. I want to be as fair as possible here, so I found this 16 pack on Target.com, and it is $26.99. So after taxes, I'd end up paying $27.63 total, or about $1.72 each. So Posca is only a little bit more expensive in this case. Here's a tip comparison. Posca's tip is tapered, which means it's slightly thinner at the end. Mondo Llama, on the other hand, has a more rounded tip, which could possibly limit line variation ability, but we'll find out later. For now, I'm going to activate both marker brands one at a time. Choosing to leave my camera on autofocus for this part was not a great choice because it decided to be extra noisy here. Anyway, I didn't set a timer, but neither seemed to take a ridiculously long time for this beginning process. Right off the bat, it does appear that Posca's ink is a little bit more opaque and less streaky than Mondo Llama's, but is that only true with some colors? Let's go ahead and swatch all 16 right now. For this test, I'm using white cardstock paper, and I'm gonna start with red. As you can see, for each color, I first scribble a splotch of acrylic paint to test the opacity and flow, followed by a few dots and a heart to demonstrate detailability. Even though the tip doesn't have a thinner end like the Posca does, it's still easy to draw tiny shapes in my opinion. Okay, 16 down, 16 more to go. Only one of these has a color name written on it, so I'm taking liberty to name all the others myself. By the way, every once in a while, Posca ink tends to explode and gush out in a puddle of paint ink. Sometimes it can be used to an advantage, but others it could ruin your artwork and be a pain to try to disguise or fix. Oh, and PS, one thing Posca gets an extra point for is being able to secure the lid on the other end while writing or drawing. The same cannot be said for Mondo Llama, unfortunately. Not a deal breaker by any means, but also not ideal. Here are all 16 colors side by side. I really hope someone out there appreciates the reference of what I named the Posca Silver and Gold. If you know, you know. Moving on to the next swatch test, black cardstock paper. And again, red is up first. Oh, this is extremely underwhelming. The pigment is just not showing up. This is not it. And as you can see, this unfortunate look of dull mutedness is not limited to red. It's all of these. It looks like the paper sucked up any trace of bold opacity. Must have been thirsty. Gold and silver though. Beautiful. They're clearly made different. Actually, they do smell a little bit stronger. No noticeable scent with the other colors. White, no such luck. A visual representation of ghosting, but not damaging like the emotional kind. What about Posca? Well, they're a little bit better, especially when there's a bit of an ink explosion, but still not wonderful. Aside from the shining stars, gold and silver, yet again, white, you're fired. On the spot. Bye. Speaking of white, here's a test of layering the white Mondo Llama marker over other colors. It shows up well, in my opinion. I apparently struggled to create that first dot on the orange patch of color though. Now for Posca, I added a few dots and a squiggle. Mondo Llama is much less opaque and failed the squiggle segment, unfortunately. Next up, we have the popsicle stick challenge to see how well these two brands show up on wood. Actually, 3 brands, since I'm including the Sharpie Creative Marker example from my previous acrylic paint pen video. Mondo Llama definitely isn't as bold as Sharpie, plus it bleeds into the wood grain. Surprisingly though, Posca also bleeds, which I never would have guessed when I tested that last time. But it is much more vivid in appearance compared to the Mondo Llama, so that's a plus. Here's a final side-by-side overview before we move on to glass. And here is the said glass, candle holder vase type thing. Mondo Llama first again. I have no doubt that either brand will show up. I'm more interested in which one will stay better after they dry. Speaking of dry, I need to choose a black Posca that actually works much better. Both brands apply very smoothly, by the way. The results are in. Posca adheres to glass slightly stronger than Mondo Llama. Slightly. They both come off easily with rubbing alcohol, but I didn't film that. A few more short tests and demos before I begin the art piece. I used the bottom of a couple tin cans to show you how both markers write on metal. And this plastic container is from my CRAYOLA eraser maker kit. I made a video testing it if you're interested. I'll link it below. As for the scratch test in this video, I have nothing shocking to report. They both come off with about the same level of ease. A full week later, I retrieved this small rock from my yard. We had lots of snow here in Northwest Ohio, so instead of digging through multiple inches, I waited to do this part when the snow began to melt. I'm using Mondo Llama only for the front of this simple painted rock. It works well enough, but looks better and more opaque when you build 2 to 3 layers per color.
There was something strange about your voice, letting me know I had no choice. Walking in circles to get home, trying to grasp them now on my own. A heart of stone, you're a stranger to me now.
On the back, I wrote a little message with an ultra-fine point Posca that somehow tongue twisted me. I thought this would be the perfect little trinket to place next to Lovey and Dovey the hedgehogs.
It all makes sense, you met this other guy. All my assumptions prove to be right, but I'm trying to grasp you're on the other side.
Now it's time for the main event. I decided to feature the one and only Stevie Nicks for this piece of art. She is truly one of the most talented artists to ever grace our universe with her presence. Her writing, her singing, her artistry, her aura, beautiful. As you can see, I divided the paper in half by physically putting a line down the middle. I'm using Mondo Llama on the left and Posca on the right. There's already a huge visible difference between the light purples on her face after laying down the first coat of paint. Mondo Llama is a lot more streaky. When it comes to yellow, neither brand completely covers the pencil lines underneath. And this is actually a good thing because I want to add more details later, so I do want to be able to see those a little. But first, I'm filling in her necklace and hat with black. Shortly, you'll be seeing that Posca decided to have a random explosion. I wasn't mad about it though. After waiting for that to dry so I wouldn't accidentally smudge anything, I began using white to add texture and highlights. One of my favorite tricks for blending with acrylic paint markers is to incorporate water and a paintbrush into the creation process. Sometimes you can get away with drawing directly on the paper and adding water to that if you work quickly enough. But when I think too much pigment may linger, I tend to opt to draw on some sort of plastic surface and then transfer that over in multiple swipes. This method also allows you to mix different colors of markers together. I do jump around a lot when I create artwork, so you saw me adding a better shadow to the top of her neck And now I'm adding more detail and colors to her hair. Instead of taking the gamble that both black paint markers would have enough paint inside to completely fill in Stevie's outfit, I made an executive decision to use a tube of black acrylic paint instead. Mixed media pieces are way more fun for me, plus I get to show you how these specific acrylic paint markers interact with other art supplies, such as colored pencils. I discovered it's easier to layer colored pencil on top of Posca than it is with Mondo Llama for some reason. So that's another point off for Mondo Llama, with a note: does not play well with others. Speaking of not playing well with others, if you don't know all the lore with Fleetwood Mac, I highly recommend you look up some videos about their history, especially everything that was happening during the Rumors era. It is so interesting and also sad. Like, there's so much heartbreak and everything. Anyway, all that mess and all that drama, yet they still managed to create one of the most successful albums of all time. It's incredible. This piece I created, on the other hand, well, it is far from a masterpiece. I really tried, I did. However, I had a lot of fun creating it, and it helped me process some very heavy personal emotions myself, both of which are more important to me than the actual outcome of the piece. Although I do like it, I just don't think it's amazing. But that being said, I do hope that you learned something and or took away something positive from watching this video. For all the Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks fans out there, let me know your favorite album, favorite song, pre or post Peter Green and all of that. Plus, let me know which side of Stevie, this is for anyone, even if you're not a fan, let me know which side of Stevie you think turned out better in terms of the marker brand. Comment below. So what do you think? Does Target take the crown, or is Posca better? If you want to see more artwork I have created with paint pens, mostly Posca, I will link that playlist and those videos in the description box below and the iCard up in the corner. I also did that comparison with these Sharpie creative markers. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye! Acrylic? Wait, is that too bright?